Boss spilled the ink when he closed the door. Instead, he had to deduct the wages of his subordinates to make up for it. When he pays his salary, he always only pays half of it. Candles are also not allowed to be used for an extra second. He became synonymous with miser. He is a man who only cares about money, but his retribution came soon. His dead partner Jack became a ghost and found him. He warned Ethan, greed has a price. When you die, you will be entangled in iron chains, and you will not be able to escape even for eternity. And there will be 3 messengers from heaven visiting him. They are historical messengers, modern messengers and future messengers respectively. At 1 o'clock in the morning, the messenger of history appeared. She transformed from a little flame into a candle person. She activated the formation on the floor. The time spell transported them to over 30 years ago. In this place, you can't interfere with anything. The historical messenger chanted a spell to bring Ethan back to the scene where he met his first love. They danced in joyful singing. Ethan misses the time very much. However, young Ethan only knew how to work hard. His engagement to Amelia remained fruitless for 7 years. Every time he said he was very busy and would talk about the wedding later, but he never got another chance, because at this time Ethan doesn't care about anything except money. So much so that the pocket watch engraved with the words "for our happiness" became a relic of this love. Amelia took off their engagement ring. Their supposedly perfect love ended.
No! There is no later!
If you had the chance to go back in time, what experience of yours would you most like to change? Because Ethan is too greedy. So God arranged 3 messengers to enlighten him. What appears at 1 o'clock in the morning is the messenger of history. Then Ethan entered the time and space tunnel again, the official modern messenger before his eyes. The messenger accused Ethan of having an empty life, because he has no friends and is alienated from his relatives. But Ethan didn't admit it. So they were transported to his nephew's house. Ethan saw everyone gathered to celebrate. But in Ethan's eyes, he should stay away from these people, because they are all poor. Ethan's nephew misses his mother very much at this time. He wanted everyone to toast his mother and Ethan with a glass of wine, because he believed that his uncle was not as ruthless as he appeared. It's just that his uncle doesn't know how to express his love. In the end, everyone toasted together and had a happy Christmas. In a blink of an eye, Ethan arrived at the home of his employee Jimmy. This is the first time Ethan knows that Jimmy has 5 children, although they are very young, but they are all helping prepare holiday dinners. Jimmy said to the children, he wants to be grateful to someone. Because of him, there is food on the table. Yes, that person is Ethan. Although he was mean and withheld wages, without the jobs he provides, everyone would go hungry. But Jimmy's wife disagreed. Her New Year's resolution is to keep Ethan suffering from endocrine disorders for a whole year. The children laughed when they heard this. Later their eldest daughter played Christmas carols. The look of her devotion reminded Ethan of his sister who died in childbirth. He shed tears sadly. At this time, little Jimmy, who was playing nearby, fell down due to a recurrence of his old illness. If he had no money to go to the doctor, he wouldn't live much longer. At this time, the window shows a sharp contrast between Ethan's ruthlessness and the loving love in Jimmy's family. Ethan's heart seemed to be shocked. He even had a hint of regret. When leaving, Ethan asked the modern messenger, "How is little Jimmy doing?" The messenger did not answer directly. He just let Ethan do whatever he wanted. Next person to appear is the future messenger. The future messenger is taciturn. All he seems to know is body language. Follow the direction his finger points. A simple coffin was heading towards the cemetery. Ethan has no idea. He followed the team and jumped happily, celebrating. The future messenger points in one direction again. They came to a gloomy cemetery. He saw Jimmy paying homage to a simple grave. That was little Jimmy's. In the void, Ethan saw that little Jimmy died because he had no money for medical treatment, but he still stood by and watched. See the future scene. Ethan felt very guilty. He felt he could have changed everything. Too bad he doesn't know magic. Ethan asked the messenger, are these future scenarios a fact or a possibility? If he makes a change, is it possible to change all this? The words just fell. The simple coffin was sent to the cemetery. The coffin was roughly pushed into the hole. When the smog clears, only then did Ethan realize that the crowd singing and dancing just now was celebrating his death. At this time, several long chains appeared in the tomb, trapping Ethan tightly. Even when a man is about to die, his words are good. He asked the messenger to tell him how he could change little Jimmy's tragic fate. But at this time the messenger turned into a breeze. Ethan also fell into the abyss. As he fell, he saw little Jimmy, saw his sister and his lover. After a while of trance, he fell off the bed. It turned out that he had returned to his own bedroom. But when Ethan saw the marks left by the 3 messengers, he was convinced that what had happened before was true. If you were Ethan, what would you do next?